Howdy brothers and sisters out there in YouTube land. This here is Grateful Panic, and I've got another video for you guys today. And today we are going to be taking a look at the Zero Tolerance 0303. And before we get into that, let's go ahead and knock this panic dump out so you guys can see what I was carrying today. And today, I'm sorry to disappoint you, but I really wasn't carrying much of anything because it was kind of a lazy day, just hanging out with the family, watching some Christmas movies, sitting on the couch, relaxing. And pretty much all I had on me today was the Spyderco Paramilitary 2. But I am drinking on a beer tonight, so we can definitely take a look at what am I drinking. And tonight I'm drinking on a little bit of the Sierra Nevada Celebration, and this is the, of course, 2018 offering, and it's some really good stuff. The last year's I wasn't too impressed with, but this year's they stepped it up a little bit and they did a better job in my opinion. So that means it's time to get down to the nitty-gritty. The knife of the hour, the knife that we've all been waiting for, or at least the knife that I've been waiting for, the review knife. And before we get into the meat and taters of this awesome knife, let's go ahead and get the boring stuff out of the way and get you guys some measurements, materials, and a weight. And we are looking at let me get my stuff together here. We're looking at a closed length of 5 inches. We're looking at a overall length of 8 inches and 625 thousandths. We've got a blade length of 3 3/4 inches, and that's about it. Let me throw tape measure on this guy real quick and get you guys an approximate cutting edge. And the cutting edge is approximately 3 and 11/16 inches. And I say approximately, especially on this guy, because it's got a very deep belly and a slight recurve here, so you're going to get a pretty good bit more cutting edge than you're actually measuring. And materials wise, well, actually I got some good news, because, and hopefully it doesn't prove me wrong, but yes, haha, my scale came back from the dead, so you get an actual visual weight. And I hope this is right, and I hope what they had on the website was just an approximate weight, and they really like rounded way up, because I'm getting 8.2 ounces, and the wonderful internet said 9 ounces. But either way, it's a pretty hefty knife. But at the size, I mean, you got to kind of expect it to have a little weight to it. So I don't feel like anybody that bought this knife would be upset with the weight, because I mean, it's a huge knife, so you're going to expect it to have a little bit of weight. But material-wise, we've got the handle scale material is G10. You've got a G10 backspacer. You've got coated stainless steel hardware all the way around. You've got this nice, beefy coated stainless steel pocket clip, which is a 4-position pocket clip, and you have tip up, tip down, right hand or left hand. This is a frame lock, and the frame lock material is titanium. You've got a titanium frame all the way around. It is assisted opening, and it is you've got a flipper tab and you've got thumb studs, but I feel like these are more um, kind of a backstop or a way of stopping the blade from just kind of flipping around on you. Um, and the action on it is pretty daggone decent right there. And I'm not a big fan of assisted opening knives, but I really dig this one. I mean, this one it really tickles my fancy. Um, and the 3 3/4 inch blade is in CPM S30V. You've got a tiger stripe uh, coated blade finish here, which I think looks really cool. Like this knife right here is what I would expect Rambo to carry if he carried a folder. Like this is Rambo First Blood all day long. Um, I could really see this guy having a starring role in that movie. You've got a really high hollow blade grind on it with a nice swedge right here on the back and a nice little divot for your thumb in front of the jimping right here. And this is some beefy jimping, and I'm going to tell you what, it works. I mean, it really works. I don't really care. I'm not like I can go either way with jimping. I don't have to have jimping, but my thing is if there's jimping on the knife, it needs to be functional, and this is some definitely some functional jimping. I mean, it really grabs your thumb there, and like I said, this little groove right here for your thumb. I mean, it's very nice ergonomically. You got this nice cutout for your index finger, and then a nice cutout here for your remaining 3 fingers. And I'm going to tell you what, you're not going to run out of real estate with this guy as far as your grip goes. It's got plenty to hold on to. It's a beefy knife, but it doesn't feel like stupid large. Like it's very comfortable in your hand because um, you have a handle thickness of 630 thousandths, which is a little over, let me do the math here, half an inch plus an eighth. So 5/8, a little over 5/8 of an inch thick, which is pretty thick for a handle, but it doesn't feel like you're, holding on to a hammer or anything. Like, some bigger knives that I've had in my hand, it feels like I'm swinging a sledgehammer or something. It's just ridiculously large. But this guy, I mean, it's not like that at all. It's got it's got a good heft to it, but I mean, it feels really good in hand. And like I mentioned earlier, it's got this slight recurve here. And just in my experience, messing around with knives that have a recurve, they cut like a demon. I mean, because you got that little bit of added cutting edge length because, like I've said before, the shortest distance between 2 points is a straight line. So the more curves you got, the more cutting edge you got. You got a good amount of cutting edge on this knife. And I haven't cut anything with this guy because, it's not my knife and I do not want to mess anything up, but I can just imagine with the edge geometry on this guy, it would probably, even with the thickness of the blade, it would probably slice uh, like crazy. And I like the fact, I mean, yeah, you got the ZT logo here on the pocket clip, and then right here um, on the show side of the knife blade. And I've seen some ZTs where they kind of put ZT and zero tolerance like everywhere on it. I like that it's just got it in the 2 places. On the clip side, you've got the model number. You're probably not going to be able to see this because my camera refuses to autofocus, but you've got 0303. You've got KAI patented, made in USA. Got the serial number here, 3096. And this is a Ken Onion design. And if I'm not mistaken, I'm pretty sure that I read that this was actually a collaboration between Kai, Ken Onion, and Rick Hinderer. I could be wrong on that, but I'm pretty sure Rick Hinderer had a little little something to do with the design of this knife. Um, let's see. My overall take on this knife, my honest opinion, is this is a really, really killer knife. And like I said, I'm not big on assisted knives. Um, I do like, big overbuilt knives, so I think that kind of overtook my dislike for assisted knives. And I mean, I really, really like this knife, and I hate that it is discontinued. But the funny thing is, and I'm guessing they're legit because I really don't. I think it sold it through Amazon Prime, so I wouldn't imagine that they would, be selling knockoffs or whatever. But the original price that I found on this guy was a good bit higher. It was around 270, I believe. And I actually found this knife on Amazon. They don't have many left. I think when I looked, there was like 10 left, maybe. Maybe fewer than that. But when I looked on Amazon, they had this knife for $154, which I think is an absolute steal for this guy. I mean, that's a huge slab of S30V you got right there, and that's, you got that's a good amount of titanium. I mean, that's a lot of knife for $154. So if you guys have the cash, I know it's holiday time and money's kind of tight for everybody. I know it is with me. Trying to get gifts for your friends and family. You kind of put yourself on the back burner, which I know we all try. The people in this community, I can definitely say the people in this community, for the most part, put themselves on the back burner a lot of the time. But especially this time of year, you kind of put yourself on the back burner. You're trying to do for others and get gifts for others. But if you've got $154 laying around, I say definitely jump on this knife because this is an awesome knife. And this guy is on loan from Bubba Peppers, and I want to give a huge shout out to Bubba and say thank you again because, like I said in the unboxing video, a little confession: before this I've never handled a zero tolerance knife, and Bubba gave me the opportunity to experience 3 of them, and I'm very, very grateful for that. So again, thank you, Bubba. And this knife right here definitely gets the Grateful Panic seal of approval, which, as we all know, is 1 3/4 thumbs up. So thank you guys for watching the video. Thank you for your likes, your comments. Like I said before, I really enjoy the Grateful Panic family. It's the best family on the face of YouTube, and I appreciate each and every one of you guys. So with that being said, this is Grateful Panic signing out. And remember, guys, stay alert, stay alive, and hey, how about doing something nice for somebody today? Thanks, guys. Bye-bye.